So you want to make a YouTube poop. A crazy, sporadic mashup of videos all put together. Or an epic crossover with characters from many different fictional worlds. Or perhaps a mock advertisement.
Hi, Billy Mays here for the Stupider Jack.
If any of this sounds fun, allow me to introduce you to YouTube poop. Now you may be wondering, what even is a YouTube poop? Well, unfortunately there isn't really one clear-cut definition that everyone can agree on. YouTube poop is more of a spirit than anything. My own definition of a YouTube poop is something along the lines of a video made out of one or more other videos, and the characters often say or do things that you wouldn't really expect from the source material. I would also describe YouTube poop as an art form much like drawing or painting. As such, there are many different ways to make YouTube poops. Some poopers make jokes that are not exactly school appropriate, others reference current events, including internet memes, political discourse, and pop culture.
I'm Swiss Cheese, and I welcome you to the fire debate of 2020.
And still other poopers make experimental music videos using either songs that already exist or songs they made themselves.
Ready to rock?
Since there's so many different ways to make a YouTube poop, I'll show you how I make mine. Let's start with the basics. Since YouTube poop is all about editing videos, you'll need some video editing software. There's Windows Movie Maker, Sony Vegas, iMovie, Wondershare Filmora, and probably many more that I didn't mention. I myself use iMovie because it's free on the App Store and I have a MacBook. Once you have your editing software, you'll want to obtain some source material. You could record it yourself with a camera, though if you plan to use sources that already exist, recording it yourself could result in a lower quality video.
Guys! Sir Swim's a lot exploded! Can we go fishing?
I'd recommend downloading the videos you want to use as source material, preferably with a program like 4K Video Downloader where you'd copy a link from a YouTube video, paste it in there to download the video. Got your video editor and your source material? Perfect. So now what do you do?
People be fresh and freshener.
YouTube poopers use certain techniques known as poopisms.
You could make a religion out of this.
The ones I use include starter loops, orb reversing, server panning, freeze framing, and my personal favorite, sentence mixing. So to make a starter loop, all you need to do is you split the clip with Command and B, or if you're using anything other than a MacBook, Control and B, and you take this small clip. I'd recommend less than 1/4 of a second. In this case, it's only 1/10 of a second. What you want to do is you copy it, move play bar to the right or to the left, doesn't really matter, and mash paste like a jackhammer. And that's how to make a stutter loop. If I were to do that with my voice, it would sound like this. Forward reversing may be a little trickier to explain, but it's even simpler in execution. Forward reversing is pretty much when you have a clip, you copy it, then paste it, and reverse the other version of the clip. So you have a clip going forward, then the same clip going backward. Panning and freeze framing are very self-explanatory. Freeze framing, pretty much pausing the video temporarily, or having the video pause itself temporarily, while panning is focusing on something very specific. Often something in the background, or in my case, usually a character's facial expressions, or something along those lines. Now, before we get into sentence mixing, I'd like to mention one more technique that I used to use, but I don't anymore. Okay, I'll call it a technique, but all it really is blasting the volume to the max. So yeah, I think you see why I don't use it anymore. Now on to sentence mixing. Sentence mixing is quite a bit more advanced than the techniques I've talked about so far. It requires some word smarts, and seeing as you're my English teacher, I imagine it's your favorite part too. With sentence mixing and enough voice lines, you can make any character say anything you want. You'll just have to search for the right syllables. For example, if you want a character to say, "eat my shorts," but this character never actually says shorts in the source material, listen for the sounds that would make up the word shorts, including a sh, perhaps the mention of a shot or a wash at some point, the word or, then a t and a s. Maybe this character mentions being lost, or there being a stage.
Hey, counselor. You're a Pisces, right?
Right.
Hey, counselor. You're
Right.
So that's YouTube poop. A video editing art form full of nonsensical crossovers, Billy Mays mock advertisements, and making characters say silly things. Want to start making one?